on the face of this very planet Earth, especially those of you watching me live on Instagram. I welcome each and every one of you. And as I do welcome you, as always, I will ask you to welcome those around you. The time now is precisely 2 minutes past 7 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra. And I should say by the same number of minutes past the top of the hour, regardless of where you are. I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast, simulcast on multiple platforms this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor, or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. As you know, Facebook is doing their best to try to suppress what we are doing. They are trying to frustrate us into submission that we may not be able to broadcast as Chukwukikabiama has mandated us to, but they have failed very, very woefully. And they will continue to fail. Today's date is the 8th day of March in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021. My name is Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you, and we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. If you want to see me live, see me, I should say, not just hear my voice. You go to my Instagram handle, I should say. It is Mazinamdekano _ you know, the slash that is at the bottom, _ official. A lot of people, I wouldn't say a lot of people, there are about, how many of you? I think about 99 people are now watching. Am I correct? Yes, I think roughly about that. And it's owned by Facebook as well, incidentally, so it won't surprise me if they try to kick us out sometime during the course of this very, I should say, enlightening program this very evening. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you. And before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty Chukwukikabiama Prumihanina. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always. And I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. That's what I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla anyị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla anyị bụ ọkaka ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tuo oge ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịrị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọbịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt, kwetu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbodo ekwensu bụ zu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtọ na eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọkwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onwe onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day, because heaven and earth will bear us witness that they came in their time and the gospel of redemption was preached and men were saved from their folly. This evening I will start by calling upon Bishop Coker, or should I say all the Catholics around the world, to please warn Bishop Coker to desist from making statements and comments that will annoy God Almighty in heaven.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back, all of you, on the comments. And please make sure you like the video once you join us. We are going to go through a program of Uchechi Kanu. Today is Saturday, today's date is 6th of December 2025. And this is a live program that you are watching. So if you are here, indicate, let me know who you are. If you don't mind, I have a few people on the comments. And first person is it Mata? I can see Ngozi NG. So please make sure you comment. And I have another person, Flame of the Forest. I see you. There are two people that made a comment. Oh, another person, Oliver, also is here with us. So please, this is the only way for me to know that you are here. And don't forget to like the video and share many platforms of your choice. In fact, let me quickly set a poll. All right, don't worry, I will be right back. Just a moment, because it always helps us to remind you.
We have deduced he is likely to follow.
The moment, I'll be right back.
Then I will place curse on him in public. I'm not saying this very lightly because he is a man that I have enormous regard and respect for. Bishop Coker, I respect him. I love him immensely. But he came up with some statements which are, should I say, unbecoming of a sensible, reasonable human being. Therefore, he must retrace his steps. We must also remind ourselves that a few days ago, I said something about those of them trying their damnedest best to try to keep Nigeria together, a zoological republic that should not exist in the first place. And this evening, I want to reinforce this very fact, that the curse that I placed upon United Kingdom, a people that I revere and I love very much, people that I hold their citizenship and have sworn allegiance to, and will continue to defend their interest, genuine interest, of course, because I am an Anglophile at heart. That very Britain today, it is not up to 7 days that I made that statement live here on air. The leader of the Welsh people have come out to make a categorical statement that Britain no longer exists in their own thinking. This is what I want to guide the thinking of all our people. I want it to guide our understanding of what is happening in the zoo, and to understand also the spiritual dimension which we have chosen to pursue this very noble cause. According to Mark Drakeford, who is the leader of the Welsh people in the UK, and I quote, "The United Kingdom is over," he said. UK, as I told you a few days ago, that anybody who has a hand or who is trying to keep Nigeria together, their kingdom or their entity will disintegrate. These are the things that I want you to understand this very evening, that Nigeria has expired. The wrath of Almighty God is upon Nigeria. Look at Tinubu, for example, what the Yorubas are going through on his account. Look at how the Christian minorities in the north are being slaughtered and brutally massacred by the Janjaweed elements of the caliphate. Because the likes of Bishop Coker is there preaching unity that he knows doesn't exist. Because Britain is directly involved in trying to keep together what God Almighty has rendered asunder. That is the reason why Mark Drakeford has come out to say that United Kingdom is over. He's a very heavyweight politician in the UK, the leader of the Welsh people. He is the first minister of the Welsh people. Wales, of course, in the UK is a principality. And mind you, Prince Charles is supposed to be the Prince of Wales, or should I say, the titular head of the government of Welsh people. But here we have Mark Drakeford saying it categorically that Britain is over. And I warned Britain, if you continue to meddle in the affairs of Nigeria to the extent whereby you are presenting a stumbling block to the emancipation of the children of God, the children of light, United Kingdom will be decimated. Because you're very proud and very arrogant, because you think that you're Caucasian, you're white, you can do anything and get away with it, you may think that the disintegration of the UK has nothing to do with Biafra, but I can assure you categorically that it has. If you do not stop meddling in Nigeria, if you do not stop this, your, should I say, perverted, racist devotion to keeping people who shouldn't be one together in one monstrous entity called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, believe you me, God Almighty in heaven will destroy Britain beyond recognition. And it started to happen already. It is happening already. I warned you and I told you, you may disregard the agitation for Biafra and tag it as nothing. Because you came, you saw, you conquered and you colonized. But I'm warning you today, if you continue, the wrath of God will be upon you. As I warned the zoo many, many years ago, if you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction. And there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension. So says the Lord of hosts. Anything I tell you here is gospel. Anything I open my mouth to tell you must come to pass. Because Almighty determined that we should come. And we have come to preach this very gospel in truth and in every honesty. And I want Britain to understand this today. If you stand as an obstacle on the path of Biafra freedom, you will be destroyed. The same way that the late dead Buhari tried. Buhari tried to stop Biafra from coming. Today he's in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. Not only that, that kingdom he was trying to build is now shaking. That very kingdom, that very Fulani caliphate, the Fulani takeover of Nigeria is in tatters. Because we are here, or should I say, Chukwukikabiyama determined that we should come. And nothing, absolutely nothing is going to stop us from performing the will of the Almighty. Today, I can tell you categorically that in the United Kingdom, the First Minister of Wales, part and parcel of this United Kingdom that colonized, enslaved, subjugated, and still colonizing the zoo called Nigeria till today, a part of Britain have now said that they're going to divide.
All right, welcome back. We are here, like I told you, for Uchechi Kanu, that is the wife of Oyendomas Namodi Kanu, simply because of the video or the broadcast that she made. So I want you to hear that. All right, very, very important. Why after that, they will now wait for fundraising. But before then, one thing I want to also let you know is that there's a lot of controversial issues that surround this lady. Some people think that what she's doing is right. Some say that she's not a good wife to Oyendu. Some say that they are no longer married. Some say that that she's part and parcel of the problem of Oyendu. Some say that that her activities and what she's doing, even before Mazam Kanu was kidnapped, okay, is somehow linked up to the whole thing that is going on. I had been trying to avoid her issue since day one, but ever she started getting herself involved in PM issue, because it was like a rumor until she decided now to voice out and start preaching on how to jail him, do this and do that. Then I was like, okay, so this thing they said that in every atom of rumor there must be a truth. That is what is playing out. So truly, she's involved in the shenanigans that happened in Finland. And she's bragging about it. That's the annoying part. She's bragging about it. She has said some things that even if you want to keep your peace, you understand, you will be forced to say something about her. And her involvement in the so-called testifiers in Finland is not hidden. The way she's trying to be more more of Bianca than even Bianca herself. She's trying to live her life like Bianca no, is suspicious. And I was told that her mother is late, but I believe her father is still alive. I have not seen anybody saying that let us interview the father of Mas Namanukano's wife. I have not seen that. What she said here, she have never said something like that before. To some of you, it may be an eye-opener. So that's why I want you to pay close attention while we go through it in details. Let us go there, please. And to some of you in the comment section, please, I will visit you or comment back and send my greetings to you as we normally do here. So okay, I think the whole thing is hanging. Should I just refresh it? I've already mapped out this point to start, but it seems like it's not working. So I'm gonna close it and play it again.
I say good evening to you, good morning, and good afternoon to you, depending on the time zone you are listening to me from. And thank you for answering my call and being here. I will keep this within 45 minutes or at most 60 minutes. But I will also endeavor to update you as much as I can going forward. My name is Uchechi Kanu, and by the special grace of God, I work as a transformational life coach and advocate for human dignity and consciousness. And I will speak to you through the lens of consciousness. Through this lens, I will address
okay, I don't know why this audio is somehow having issue. I don't know why. Okay, just a moment, let me refresh. Okay, just a moment, let me refresh.
Northern Ireland will join the Irish Republic, and you only have the Little England at last. And when all these things are happening to them because of their pride and ego, they will not acknowledge that the work they did against the children of God in Biafra land is what is responsible for their demise as a once great nation or a once great people. They are also on the path of decline, and nothing can reverse it unless they stop meddling in the affairs of Biafra. The United Kingdom is over, and a new union should be crafted to reflect a voluntary association of 4 nations. In other words, Britain will no longer exist. You have England, you have Wales, you have Scotland, and you have Northern Ireland. The reason for that is because they meddled in the affairs of the children of God. As I told you earlier, Almighty God in heaven has a way of punishing his children, and we have been roundly punished, believe you me. If you have to be subjugated under the very cruel, barbaric rule of Fulani Janjaweedism, you will understand what we are talking about. As I'm speaking to you right now, most villages are under siege. There are killings and rapings, abductions and murder going on right across the length and breadth of the Zoological Republic, but they cannot understand what is happening to them. They know that the problem of insecurity in Nigeria is intractable for the simple reason that they have failed, should I say, to allow Biafra to go. The sooner they understand this or realize this, the better for everybody. But I'm not sure they will, because they are very stubborn. And as God hardened the heart of Pharaoh to fail, so are they also going to fail. And that is why those of them who are in Benue State, that is why the likes of Governor Autumn or the very young man who was mouthing his rubbish a day or two ago concerning the deployment of Eastern Security Network into Lower Benue,
consciousness. And I will speak to you through the lens of consciousness. Through this lens, I will address why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's current detention location is unsafe and the urgent need for his immediate transfer to a secure and accessible facility. How global voices and institutions can...
Okay, I think the network, this is from her video. So just a moment, let us see. I'm trying to monitor it from multiple devices. So it's going to help me to find out what's happened to the audio. Okay. Just a moment. Firstborn, I see you. In fact, let me use this opportunity to send my greetings to some of us that are here. I can see, let me start from the beginning while waiting for the video to commence. Sandra, I see you. I see Sandra. And of course, our own Daniel. Greetings to you. How is life? How is your work? I hope all is well with you. Edmond is here with us. And we have Ogwejo, I see you. Ngozika. Greetings to you, Ngozika. And Uchechi is working, that is from Flame of the Forest. He said Uchechi is working hard working hand in hand with Bianca Ochuku against Mazi Simon Ekpa. They must be stopped. I think Uchechi is the one that introduced Bianca to the whole thing. So
exactly 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
Please, can you confirm if you can hear?
8th of November,
if you can hear this,
2025 in the year of our Lord.
Confirm to me. Is the voice coming out now?
I say good evening to you, good morning, and good afternoon to you, depending on
Edmond, I see you.
You are listening to me from. And thank you for answering my call and being here.
Ngozi More, you're welcome.
I will keep this within 45 minutes or at most 60 minutes.
Excellence, Wachuku. Greetings.
But I will also endeavor to
keep on keeping on, my brother. God bless you. Thank you so much.
My name is Uchechi and by the special grace of God, I work as a transformational life coach and advocate for human dignity and consciousness.
Ngozi, Kamorin, Pauline, I see you firstborn.
And I will speak to you through the lens
Ikezu,
of consciousness.
And Monachukwu Ife.
Through this lens, I will address why
Monachukwu Ife Dima, I see you.
Chijoke,
Ozil,
and the urgent need for his immediate transfer to a secure and accessible facility.
My son, I see you, Oliver. Okay, and
How Global Voices.
Okay, you have command. You can hear that, right? Okay, let's see.
It has been interpreted as evidence of heightened danger. I also look at the step of isolation and secrecy. His transfer was carried out
Better, I'm fine.
with officials refusing to confirm details of his exact location. Activists like Omoyele Showore and myself criticized the secrecy, saying it increases the risk of mistreatment. Another step is the political and ethnic tension. Sokoto is in Nigeria's far north, a region with strong cultural and political differences from Igbo based in the southeast. Placing him there is not only punitive, but also exposes him to hostility in an environment far removed from a central access point. And do not forget the heavy presence of terrorists who are currently pillaging the peace and lives of people are there. Another step is his health. I have the health concerns, or I have the concerns for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health. Most importantly, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu requires special...
Innocent, I see you. Thank you for that.
His heart is deteriorating. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has heart issues. Hence, moving him to Sokoto was a veiled plot to deny him access to his personal physicians and proper medication.
Honestly, X is one of the worst places to share videos. I've been there. It's one of the worst places to share live stream. One of the worst places. You know, you think.
Just conviction, nor as a mother hoping to lift the weight from her children scattered across the four corners of the earth and from generations yet to come. I stand here as a voice for justice itself and for consciousness. A wife whose husband's life is in danger, a wife whose family has been denied access, dignity, and safety. A wife who refuses to be silent while injustice is dressed up as law. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is a husband. He is a father. He is a son, a brother, a friend, and above all, a human being. I speak not only to Nigerians, Biafrans, or a specific group, but I speak to the conscience of the world. As we know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been unjustly convicted and transferred to Sokoto prison, a detention location that exposes him to severe security risks. This relocation is not neutral or safe. It places his life in danger. And the key reasons I believe that Sokoto is seen as unsafe are based on security risks. Apart from the concern on distance from his legal team and family, Sokoto prison was described as a protective facility by Omotosho after Abuja's Kuje prison was deemed unsafe due to past prison raids. However, eyewitnesses reported unusual military presence and heavy security around the Sokoto Custodial Center which has been interpreted as evidence of heightened danger. I also look at the step of isolation and secrecy. His transfer was carried out quietly, with officials refusing to confirm details of his exact location. Activists like Omoyele Sowore and myself criticized the secrecy, saying it increases the risk of mistreatment. Another step is the political and ethnic tension. Sokoto is in Nigeria's far north, a region with strong cultural and political differences from Igbo Belt in the southeast. Placing him there is not only punitive, but also exposes him to hostility in an environment far removed from a central access point. And do not forget the heavy presence of terrorists who are currently pillaging the peace and lives of people are there. Another step is his health. I have the health concerns, or I have the concerns for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health. Most importantly,
I don't know what to, if I pause it to make a comment now, the video will cease. You understand? So let me just allow it to play for some time before we can then talk. I don't like to play, videos from X. It's always like this, without giving you a chance to control what you want to say and how you want to. This is 8 minutes 57. Very terrible. Anyway, let me start it again.
Sokoto is seen as unsafe for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we believe the relocation increases the risk to his life and undermines his right to fair trial and medical care. And as his wife, I am asking a simple...
Kashmir, I see you, Kashmir, you're welcome.
Question. How can any government justify placing a non-violent prisoner in an environment where his safety cannot be guaranteed, and where his family and legal team are effectively stifled?
All this thing that she's saying here is just to kind of medicine after death. Because she made this last broadcast on November 29th, weeks after. You see, today, I think today or yesterday, I'm marking 2 weeks, right? So let me just say a week after. She realized, oh, I need to talk. This beginning is not even the issue. The issue is what she said, we're going to get there. And honestly, she's still dragging PM. She still thinks that PM is the problem. She said that all the judgment that the judgment, everything that the judgment centered on what PM did, according to her. And I don't blame her, because she did not even go to court. She don't even know what the trial is all about. And she complained that nobody updates her. That she don't know what is going on. Let's continue.
I am calling respectfully, but firmly, for his immediate transfer to a secure facility where his life is not at risk.
Nelson Mark, I agree with you.
His doctors can assist him. His legal rights are respected, and human dignity is upheld. I move on to the global voices and the institutions that can help play a decisive role in pressing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's safety and the release of all our brothers and sisters still held in various prisons. hidden away in various prisons. The key is to intensify the mobilization of international advocacy campaigns, diplomatic pressure, and human rights mechanisms.
Uncle Jerry, you're welcome, Uncle Jerry.
I cannot easily ignore. Human rights such as
That's a
United Nations
say well done work. I see you.
That issue opinions and African Union. Recall, do not forget that the United Nations Human Rights Council and Working Group on Arbitrary Detention investigated Mazen Namdekano's case and issued their opinion declaring his kidnap unlawful. But the Nigerian government ignored that. That is one of the pointers that the government has already determined on the fate of a man who speaks truth to power. Neither did the UK government work with that. They completely ignored that. Most importantly, diplomatic pressure to go on foreign governments. The UK, EU, and the United States can raise his case in bilateral talks, conditioning aid or cooperation on Nigeria's respect for human rights. Another is the global civil society and faith leaders, churches and religious leaders, such as the Pope of the Papal State of the Vatican, World Council of Churches, and African bishops, such as Bishop Mike Ekpa, who has already begun. He was on AIT today, or speaking about his visit.
Okay.
Narrating his visit to Mazen Namdekano.
Okay.
Another is the NGOs and advocacy groups, such as Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and Christian Solidarity Worldwide, can also amplify reports of mistreatment, mobilizing global campaigns. The diaspora networks, legal and judicial avenues. We can look at the international courts, though Nigeria is not under the jurisdiction of the ICC for this case, but petitions can still be filed to highlight crimes against humanity if persecution is proven.
What do you mean, woman, Rabbi? She's a woman.
Of justice by Omotisha must flood in petitions against him via the appropriate channels.
A very good question, Petra. What stopped her from going there?
Regional courts, where
very
we
good
go
question.
through to the ECOWAS Court of Justice. The ECOWAS Court of Justice has jurisdiction over human rights violation, even though they have previously ruled against Nigeria in similar detention cases for Mazen Namdekano as well, but nothing has been done. We also need to look at the global media coverage and public opinions. Very importantly, silence in the face of injustice is participation. It is not neutrality, it is participation, it is complicity. History has taught us that when the world looks away, suffering deepens, but when conscience speaks, change becomes possible. Just as the United States government's consciousness has been raised, I have sent a letter to President Trump thanking him for condemning the...
No problem. Take your time. Take your time. I have my reason why I'm playing this broadcast, because what she said here is worth playing. In case if you don't know, what she's trying to do here is damage control, like I told you. All this while, Maswakan have been in detention for how long now? Almost 4 to 5 years, right? Here, she claimed that she had visited Maswakan. You are going to hear what her encounter with Aloy Ejimako, and she somehow indicted the Maswakan siblings. What she said here, don't worry, I know she's just laying foundation, laying background on what she wants to say. At the ending part, she spits a little bit fire, and that is why I waited I just played it to hear everything so that I will not miss anything. And I know that some of us don't like to hear this kind of thing. As you can see, my program these days is not just based on what people want to hear or want to see, but for a record purpose, so that tomorrow I can dig it out and use it to do what I want to do. But the only thing I want you to understand is that I'm not here to attack her. No, don't see it as that. I'm not promise you that I'm going to attack her. No, it's not about attacking her. It's about going, because some of us that follow this thing, that have been listening to Master Kanu, let's say since 2013, 2012, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18 to now, and you are just following it to what is going on, you know, gathering information for your own self. Okay, I think we are back. Please, can you hear me? Can you confirm? The system just kicked me out. I don't know why. Everything just scattered. Let me just try and fix it back. Please, can you confirm if you can hear me? Can you hear me, please? Let me know. Is it possible for you to hear me? Or, okay, yes. First one say yes. Okay. Good one, good one. All right, all right. Nice to hear that. Nice to hear that. So I am going to bring it back again so that you can continue from where we stopped. But I believe you understand what I was saying. That it's not about, I'm not here to attack her, but for you, the little thing that you know already about her, and some of us that followed PM and understand what Ifa Ejiofor was representing, her own, his own shenanigan and his own agenda, how he want to control PM, how he want to, you know, pet PM to use PM and dump PM. All these things is what I want you to remember while listening to this woman. Okay, I don't think any of us here have an issue with her like I do, like hate to hear her yapping nonsense. Especially that anytime she attack PM, that makes me sick. Do you understand? It makes me sick. I will not lie to you. And that is why I want us to listen very, very, very well. Something is wrong with my system. It's trying to, okay, it's not up. I can see our brother. Good day to you, sir. All you are God. I wanted to call you before starting off this program. I said, let me just wait. Then after the program. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And we have here Nacho, Franklin. These are people that are just joining. Please, if you are just joining, I hope that you can help me touch the like button. I don't know where you're watching from, whether you're watching from the phone or you're watching from the PC. In any of them, please like the video. Yes, I know her voice irritates. I know. I won't lie. Not only you. Not only you. Even me here, I know that it's not something that I should be proud of.
Need to look at the global media coverage and public opinions very importantly. Silence in the face of injustice.
My guy, please tell Uchechi to go to Sokoto. Uchechi that couldn't go to Abuja. She claimed that she was there 3 times or 4 times. In fact, please just give me time. This is just few minutes video. You think it's for something minutes thereabouts, so it's not a long. We're not gonna spend much time here. Maybe if you play it to the end, then if you have time, I can welcome some of you to comment if you don't mind before the fundraising.
It is complicity. History has taught us that when the world looks away, suffering deepens. But when conscience speaks, change becomes possible. just as the United States government's consciousness has been raised. I have sent a letter to President Trump thanking him for condemning the killings of Christians in Nigeria, and you can also watch my broadcast on that. That reminds me, wishing a happy Thanksgiving to our people in the United States,
that she sent a letter to Donald Trump thanking him for designating Nigeria as a country of special interest. But so you do not even talk about the husband then? I'm just saying. Let's continue.
It's a little belated. I'm thanking our brothers over there, Mazi, Evans, Wanko, and Mazi Ben, the Wanko brothers. They have been doing a lot, pushing a lot, and we can see how much they are pushing for our people, as well as for Mazi and Kanu. This broadcast is my plea, not for privilege, favoritism, or power, but for protection, fairness, and life. Every person listening to me tonight, please, your voice, our witness, and conscience matters. Stand with me, not for one man alone, not just for Mazi and Kanu, but for the principle that no human should be placed in harm's way by the state meant to protect life. And to the Department of State Services, the Nigeria Police Force, and all security agencies of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, this is a call for transparency and humanity across detention facilities in the country, in Nigeria. Across these detention facilities in Nigeria, men and women are being held for months and years without trial. This is disheartening. Many are said to be members of IPOB. How do you know? How can you prove that all of these people are IPOB members? Even if they are indigenous people of Biafra. Some are not members of IPOB, yet they remain locked away without due process, access, or even hope. Some are sick and many are dying. Many have died. And this is heartbreaking that some families do not even know where you have their people, their sons and their daughters. This inhumane treatment by security must cease.
This is what they are good at, yo. This is what DOS and this woman is good at. Once they buy youth, kidnap people, detain them illegally, torture them, he will just take shower and face camera. Oh, that this is inhuman treatment. This is you should not do anything. PM was busy trying to stop them using another method. The people that get him out of the way is this woman. So how do you want me to sympathize with you or feel like you are truly care about the life of people when I know that you fought somebody that's trying to checkmate those people? I don't get it. No matter how you want to pretend, these people, DOS, they are worse than even DSS. And I will tell you why. Somebody who opened door for you to be attacked, who wants you to continue facing the same attack, and somebody who is attacking you, which of them is actually care for you? Because you already know that this person is your enemy. What they want is to attack you. Then in your own house, you build a door, protector, and everything for them not to penetrate into your house. You have built protection. And somebody from your house went out with a sledgehammer and began to break down the gate, the protectors, so that when your enemy that want to attack you, when they come, they walk freely and go freely. So between the person that is very close to you, that are causing them to continue to attack you, that are making sure that the attack will get to you, and the people that you already know that what they do is to attack you, when you see them, you run. You know, you don't even need to negotiate with them. You already know that what they want is to attack you. This one will be there, answering your name, sleeping and waking up with you, hearing everything that you are discussing as a brother, as a sibling, as a relation, or whatever. But they are the one that are leaking every. If you are awake, they will put a call and call that to enemy. Oh, he's sleeping now. When you are taking shower, oh, he's taking shower now. You are planning to go out, oh, he's going out now. Everything about you, they're leaking the information out to the enemy. Between such person and that enemy, who do you think you should be more careful for? You should be more careful of who? Is it the enemy that you already know, or the one that pretends to be a friend? But this one is giving details about you. PM was arrested simply because of her involvement and Bianco no, with US. It was like a rumor. Oh, they went there to protest. Camera captured it, they recorded themselves and published it. Okay. Then that one, as if that was not enough, they submitted a document and file countering all the document that PM. So this one is complaining now. No? The illegal arrest and detaining people and all that. What they did to Biafran when PM was not even here, they were all documented and handed over to Finland. And Finnish government know all those things. They went through that. When the Nigerian government representative approached them, they couldn't succeed because Finland was able to differentiate. These guys are from the west, they're from the north, trying to tell me what is happening in the east, that the easterners have already reported to us. Then, oh, Tinubu and Co. So, okay, you guys think you are smart. I'm going to send one of your own from the east. And truly, he succeeded. Before the appointment of Bianco, no, Kemi Oluloyo made a video calling Bianca out. Do not accept this offer. They want to use you against your people. Did she listen? No. Do you know that this woman prayer point now is to be like Bianca? You know what it means to be like Bianca? To command respect as leader of a veteran or leader of a very, very powerful person in Igbo land. But of course, the person will be late. So that this Jimama attitude will be very, very solidified. That's another thing. All this, my husband, this trying to, I wrote to Donald Trump, I wrote to, all this thing is just that she's eyeing something. She's eyeing something. That for that single act, what they did in Finland, everything about all the rumor that they used to take, say about her, I cannot write any of them off. I may not be discussing it, but in my mind, I'm still holding it with a pinch of salt, like that this thing could be true. Because the rumor about that she is the one is that introduced Uchemefo. Sorry, not Uchemefo. What's the name of this White? Ifeanyi Ejiofor. And in this live broadcast, she explained it that how her father introduced Ejiofor to Namorika, and that made them to kind of siblings to distance themselves from her. So came out on board today, and everything, all that fear about Ejiofor, everything has happened in fruition. Everything has happened. There's none of them. In fact, everything has happened. Let's continue.
Security must not come at the cost of a human life. But that fact, Lord, that is fact. If there is no charge, please release them. If there is no trial, please let them go. If there is no evidence, please release them. Many of these men and women are sons and daughters. They are fathers and mothers. They are breadwinners and helpers, and above all, they are loved. Some were simply taken from their homes. Some whilst they were sleeping at night. Some were arrested at checkpoints. Some were wrongly labeled and forgotten. Keys thrown away. Not everyone in your custody is a criminal or guilty, or even a member of IPOB. Therefore, I appeal to your conscience. Release them so they can breathe and live, that they may return to their families. May compassion guide our actions so that tomorrow we shall stand before history without shame. Now to our people's liberation. I want to maintain the timing. See if I can finish within 45 minutes. Like I said, 60 minutes at most. As we chart our peaceful path forward for the indigenous people of Biafra, there are steps to follow. First, we want to emphasize that our path forward is through non-violent means, as it has always been.
Okay. in Amia, the first one is non-violence means. Non-violence. Non-violence. Because for sake of person, let me just hold myself. Non-violence, which as if your husband was violence. Nobody's violence. Nobody here is violent. Violence of what? But they're using violence on you. So, which means the best way to, because US, when you hear non-violence, whereas they're using violence on you, what they're trying to tell you is submission. Tell them that you are sorry for even talking about Biafra. I'm sorry. I want you to forgive me. I will not say it again. That is exactly when you hear about political solution. That is what it means. And that is what this woman had been championing with Ejimako. Political solution. So no matter the argument you are, whatever, no matter your level in law, senior advocate of this, that, you have to understand what they, because they have promised them that the best thing is political solution. Please, if you doubt me, can you come here and define to us what it means, what political solution actually means? What is the meaning of political solution? Nigerian government is ready to give a political solution anytime, any day. But the problem is, what is in that political solution? Drop agitation. Do not ever talk about Biafra again. You live your life, do everything you want to do. But if see you, that is your end. If you say it again, we will do this, we will do that. Exactly what they did to Ralph Wazorika. And somehow I'm beginning to suspect that that's what is the name of this guy from Yoruba? Sunday Boho. I believe Sunday Boho have already grabbed his own. I'm just saying. Somebody told me, not in person, the person was discussing it with some people, I managed to capture it, that some of these people that quit, Uchechi and Iken Guruago, that the state, Nigerian state, have already made it clear to them. Since you guys was involved, you are a member of this organization. You work with the Mas Namado Kanu, you work with the IPOB as a member, and you have been, supporting and everything. That you have to go back to condemn everything. That's what they're doing. Sometimes when you hear them talk, you think they're paying them. No, they're doing something to redeem themselves. They are doing something to redeem themselves. And this woman is one of the advocates of that political solution. Your husband and Biafrans was just, they were protesting without committing any crime. They pack people in mass. So when you hear them talking about non-violence, you wonder if they were violent in the first place. Do you understand? They are not. They are not. Anyway, let us continue because I'm trying to manage the time. Ndewo Mazakai TV, that is from Gerard DK. I see you, DK. You're welcome. You're welcome. I think let me remove this post. Where's your phone? Why is your comment not coming? I can't see your comment here on this device. So that means I've been missing some comment here because this is your comment. I just checked on laptop and I can see it from laptop, but it's not appearing here. Anyway, you said non-violence, why Nigerians are abusing, killing our people. This woman is very foolish. And when they talk about this non-violence, my surprise is that are they trying to tell people, are they trying to admit that they are violence? Because last time I checked in Imo State, I saw that there was a time they used bulldozer to pull people's house down, okay, burning market, burning shops, disappearance of many youths suspected to be a IPOB member or ESN, according to Amnesty International. Amnesty International have said it many times, list down the names of people that they have disappeared and all that. So who is violence here? Even in your own husband compound, in your husband their house, they buy 28 men, 28, and you are still looking for who is violence and who is not violence. This your preaching to me should go to Nigerian state. Because that is what I've been saying. That why are they buying people just like that? If you're in a WhatsApp group, if you are currently in a WhatsApp group, there's a video that somebody shared there that is very shocking. I have started broadcasting when I saw that. I wanted to share this live stream in a WhatsApp group. Then I saw a video of somebody that bought today, a young boy. The video, everything is there. So if you're in a WhatsApp group, after this, you can go and check, see things for yourself. You cannot upload that kind of video here. But this is an example of what we are talking about. In next few months, the same people will go there and make a video of, you now see human score. They will tell you that IPO people buying people in the bush, kidnappers. But the corpse is, the body of that guy is still fresh. They buried him today. A boy that's not up to 13 years, I don't think it's up to 13 or 14 years, was spied, and the person reporting it said that the same people that spied him tortured him to stupor, like they told him to jump, lie down and do that kind of thing. And guess who? Go and watch the video. You will see it for yourself. But if not that the person managed to survive, maybe made a video, explain things that happened there, they will tag it to different IPOB. Do you understand? I'm not saying there's no element of criminality. I'm not saying there's no element of criminality in our land. That everybody's angel. No. But my own is that do not target on mass Namorican. You can go after the criminals, go after the kidnappers. Nobody. I am not supporting of any crime. Do you understand? I'm not saying people should just. But can we? This crime is it only when A committed it become a crime? Then when B committed, is that word is understandable? Are we living in this world, on another planet? I don't understand. And I honestly, I can't understand. If you're in a WhatsApp group, don't joke with that short video. It's going to remind you of things that we normally say here, because a criminal is a criminal. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you like, when a criminal wear khaki or police uniform and steal something, are you trying to tell me that it's no longer a criminal? That is a change to something else? Somebody said, that I saw the video on Facebook. There you go. So this is something that people need to understand. The so-called reverend in America that claimed that people is Igbolani. Ask him, who is responsible of this one now? Is it also Igbolani? Is it also Igbolani? This is how they label themselves bad, promoting evil. thinking that they're attacking. Look at Uchechi is here trying to massage words because you are talking to fools, isn't it? All of a sudden, you want to brainwash or flush away all the record of people that don't buy. Do you know? Go and check Amnesty International so that you not be kind of said. When you go to Amnesty, go and check that page. Sometimes visit it and see it for yourself. The names, because this is what they do. They keep the records, the number of people. Of course, you know the normally in Nigeria, once they tell you 100 people, you can multiply it times 3. Some in times 10. They will always play the number down in name of maintaining the status quo, you understand? But truth cannot hide, because we are talking about human being here, human bodies, not a chicken, not cow, not a lamb. No, this is something that you need to understand, that you cannot just play with people's blood like that. Blood have effect. Blood of human being have effect. It doesn't matter if you like become army, be navy, police, Ejimako. Blood of human being, don't play with it. It's not easy to waste people's blood. It's not easy. It's not easy. Anyway, let's continue.
One of the main steps we are.
I know you do it again. I know.
How much they are pushing and may compassion guide and human rights.
It has hanged again, so just bear with me. Why? That is one thing. The same story that I've been telling you.
They're taking from their homes. Some whilst they were sleeping at night. Some were arrested at checkpoints. Some were wrongly labeled and forgotten. Keys thrown away. Not everyone in your custody is a criminal or guilty.
Mora Bright, I greet you. I greet you.
I appeal to your conscience. Release them so they can breathe and live, that they may return to their families.
Matt Ngongo. Ngongo, I see you.
Our actions, so that tomorrow we shall stand before history without shame. Now to our people's liberation. I want to maintain the timing to see if I can finish within 45 minutes. Like I said, 60 minutes at most. As we chart our peaceful path forward for the indigenous people of Biafra, there are steps to follow. First, we want to emphasize that our path forward is through non-violent means, as it has always been. One of the main steps we are proposing is to rally support for a referendum. This referendum will be our peaceful way of voicing the desire for a Biafran state. Second, we need to engage in community education.
Pressure group.
That means informing our people
about
what a referendum entails and how it can be a legitimate and a recognized process. Third, we are going.
Hold there. You are to community education to teach them how how referendum can help, as if they have already guaranteed to give you that referendum. Apart from the referendum that PM organized, self referendum, you think they will give you a referendum? People that are the only, you see, what she's a person of what is it called, political solution and /political and / pressure group or because one of the offer I was told that they gave Master Kanu lately before the judgment, before the sentence, is to drop the agitation and I think how many $1 billion and oil well, and he now have license to go and form a political party in Nigeria. He looked at Tinubu's, he looked into Tinubu's eyes and told him that you cannot, that I'm unbuyable, you can't buy me. That's allegedly, that's what I was told. I don't know if that is true, but current concern, this woman have different agenda, Mazam Kanu have different agenda. They are not thinking alike. The person that reason like her is her lawyer. You know what I mean? So let's continue. Please, Motor Show, please show me the law.
On building alliances with international organizations and human rights groups. By doing this, we can gain broader support and ensure that our efforts are seen on a global stage.
Of course, damage control.
So
damage control,
let's commit to these
damage
steps.
Control.
Pushing for a peaceful referendum, one, educating our community, two, and building those crucial alliances. And as part of this educational rollout, I am excited to announce that in the week commencing the 13th of April 2026, we, the women of the IPOB and all women of Biafran descent,
we gather.
We will be holding a conference at the United Nations.
Is it?
This gathering is open to every woman who is a lover of freedom and consciousness. You don't have to be a member of IPOB. It is a chance for us to understand and highlight the vital role women play.
But when it matters, you say you guys will start looking for the member of IPOB. Oh, Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. Now you want people to gather, and it's not important to gather. It doesn't, you don't need to be IPOB. Just gather in that war. You can see the style, right?
In our society and in the world at large, and intensify our campaign as a people. So, as we focus on a peaceful referendum and building global alliances, this conference will be a cornerstone in educating and empowering our community, especially our women. We invite you all to join us and be part of this very important program. More updates on campaigns, protests, and strategies will be announced as we progress by the DOS. It is all about continuous improvement. Every single step that we take in life, every path that we toe in life should be a continuous improvement pattern where we run gap analysis, where we look at how we have gone through the path that we have set in the beginning of our journey, how far we have gone, how well we have done, what we need to do better, and what we need to add. And then the implementations. Now, on the issue of the quality of Mazen Kanu's legal team.
Listen.
While we have the opportunity for our appeal, we must ensure that the ground is fertile by anchoring our actions in an appropriate political solution.
Okay. Okay, we'll get a political solution now. Get a political solution.
As we know, Justice Omotosho of the High Court foreclosed Onyinde's final written address, where he would have addressed the persecution's evidence against him. And that explains the outrage that followed. Justice Omotosho told Onyinde to write his final address, which he would look at on the day of judgment. And on that day, he foreclosed it. he did not allow Onyendu to tender his final written address. And that, I believe, could have outraged anyone else. It could have been anybody. We also recognize that this outcome aligns with the manner in which the Nigerian government intended the process to unfold. However, it is equally clear that some of these consequences could have been avoided. I mentioned this on the very day of that conviction, that we could have averted some of these consequences. They could have been avoided had there been greater fidelity to due process and purity of form.
Okay.
Nevertheless, we will petition Justice Omotosho to the highest possible authorities. This effort is further strengthened by the concerns already raised by lawyers who have highlighted his apparent impunity and called for formal accountability. It is very, very pivotal. In fact, it is important, or actually it is better to adjudicate within the bounds of justice and allow the government to lawfully exercise its authority in retaining custody of the prisoner than to permit actions that undermine due process and expose these irregularities to the scrutiny of the global community. What I'm trying to say is that what Omotosho or any judge could have done is do their diligent job, or do their job diligently within the light of justice, and give the judgment as it should have been, and then allow the Nigerian government to as they have always done, keep Oyendu where they wanted to keep him, but at least let the judgment be in the light of justice. But that did not happen, and Omotosho must face the consequence of what he heaped upon himself.
Okay.
On the issues of updates, I have
Amy Special, see you.
restrained myself several times solely because Onyendu asked me
The
to
king.
do so. That is before he was taken away and moved to Sokoto. However, given the current situation, I believe I owe it to the world to speak openly.
Okay. That's why we're here.
There is overwhelming concern
That is why we're here. Don't get anywhere.
in address in and Omotosho on social media are true. On social.
Sorry about that. She's I want you to hear this part very, very well. So that's why I have to
As the response has
start from 26 something.
I have restrained myself several times of that conviction that we could have government to as they have always done, keep Oyendu where they wanted to keep him, but at least let the judgment be in the light of justice. But that did not happen, and Omotosho must face the consequence of what he heaped upon himself.
Okay.
On the issues of updates,
Mm-hmm.
I have restrained myself several times solely because Onyindu asked me to do so.
Okay.
That is before he was taken away and moved to Sokoto. However,
meaning that both of them somehow communicate.
Given the current situation,
so know that
I believe I owe it to the world to speak openly.
Okay, do.
There is overwhelming concern, both home and abroad, regarding Onyindu's legal team.
Okay.
People constantly reach out to me, asking me whether certain reports they read on social media are true.
Okay. And what happened?
My simple answer, my honest response has often been that I do not know, simply because no one is updating me. Since my husband was transferred to Sokoto, the conduct of some of his legal team has been highly unprofessional and uncivilized.
Okay. The attack has started. Just watch.
I believe I owe this openness to the people because both Mazin Kanu and I belong to the people. I have a legal right to take a step to ensure that I secure the release of my husband. But first, I want the world to ask Barrister Aloy, Ejimako, why he does not.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Why he does
for a peaceful referendum?
Why he does not
educating our community to and building those. On the 17th of July, 2024, my husband, I was not informed. Some of his legal team has been highly unprofessional and uncivil.
I have to drag it back. I have to. Just a moment.
I believe I owe this openness to the people because both Mazin Kanu and I belong to the people. I have a legal right to take a step to ensure that I secure the release of my husband. But first,
Sandra, she don't want to go. She knows what she's doing.
I want the world.
She's not helping matter.
To ask Barrister Aloy, Ejimako, why he does not give me updates.
Okay. Okay.
On the 17th of July, 2024, I asked him why I was not informed about my husband's health situation and why I had to learn from the social media platform that my husband had passed out. The response I got hit me. His response was that he did not want to upset me.
Okay.
By speaking to me, claiming that I do not like him.
Which is true. You don't like
I
him?
asked him where that notion came from. How is it that I don't like you? Where is that coming from? And he referred me to messages from 2021. He said to me, I do not delete my messages. You can go and check in 2020. And I don't remember ever telling Aloy that I do not like him. So I told him clearly that I do not have time for petty behavior. Since he claimed he does not delete his chat, I asked him to screenshot the alleged message and send it to me. Or otherwise, I requested that he simply do his duty by updating me after visiting my husband. Mind you, he never did. Up till today.
Okay.
Furthermore, in August 2024, Nina became and I visited my husband.
Sorry that you have to go. You have to manage it this way. Otherwise, we may miss a lot.
I'm the Kanu,
Okay.
and I belong.
We have to.
From. How is it that I don't like you? Where is that coming from? And he referred me to messages from 2021. He said to me, I do not delete my messages. You can go and check in 2020. And I don't remember ever telling Aloy that I do not like him. So I told him clearly that I do not have time for petty behavior. Since he claimed he does not delete his chat, I asked him to screenshot the alleged message and send it to me. Or otherwise, I requested that he simply do his duty by updating me after visiting my husband. Mind you, he never did. Up till today. Furthermore, in August 2024, Nina became and I visited my husband.
Now listen.
On 5 different occasions.
Okay. The thing is just misbehaving to full time. Full time misbehaving.
George could have done. Recount how Barrister Jaffa came to be involved in this case. I also get a lot of buzz and calls and some insults.
Now, this is the where that mattered, and that's why the network is.
And he didn't come.
How his father introduced Ifa.
So I informed Onyendu of this, and Onyendu assured me that he would ensure I received updates through another lawyer. But since Onyendu was transferred to Sokoto, I have neither heard from nor received any update from him, who claimed to be running errands for my husband. At this point, I would like to briefly recount how Barrister Jaffa came to be involved in this case. I also get a lot of buzz and calls and some insults why Barrister Jaffa was taken out and all sorts. All of that are out there in the open.
This is the part, but the most important part is where we are now, and the whole thing, the system is not responding at all.
How Barrister Jaffa came to be involved in this case. I also get a lot of buzz and calls and some insults why Barrister Jaffa was taken out and all sorts. All of that are out there in the open. It's important that we try to inquire or reference previous broadcasts that I have been on. It is a slight digression, but it is very important. In 2015, when I was pregnant, Onyendu was taking. I nearly lost him and I nearly miscarried that pregnancy. So when Onyendu was taking, Uchechi brought in his friend called Obeta. And my mother-in-law brought, I can't remember his name now, another lawyer. So we were in communication, and I said to Obeta that my mother-in-law brought a lawyer and that I would like him to wait for the lawyer. In fact, I told the lawyer that my mother-in-law brought to wait for Obeta that he is yet to arrive at Abuja. Because I like to work in uniform. I don't like to work in silos. Part of my job is to identify where there are silos and bridge the gap by creating cross-functional departments or cross-functional flow between departments. So I understand the power in teamwork, and I always stand on teamwork, regardless whether like you or not. Most of you here, you go to work. Some of you don't like your managers. Some of you don't like your colleagues. But you have to produce a report, perhaps. You two have to work together, or you have to submit a report to someone you don't like. You have to do it anyway, because you are there to attain a goal. So regardless whether you like that person or not, that job must be done, or you'll be sacked. So Ebule got connected. Can't remember the barrister's name. It keeps flying off now. He got in contact and met with Obeta. And whilst that was going on, Barrister Gabriel Ebule contacted me, saying that he spoke with Onyendu. He saw Onyendu, that DSS brought Onyendu to court. They were trying to convict him that same day. But Ebule walked up to Onyendu and said, I think I know you. So Onyendu said to him,
That's the moment. 25.
So when Onyendu was taking, Uche met flow between departments. So I understand the power in teamwork, and I always stand on teamwork, regardless whether like you or not. Most of you here, you go to work. Some of you don't like your managers. Some of you don't like your colleagues. But you have to produce a report, perhaps. You two have to work together, or you have to submit a report to someone you don't like. You have to do it anyway, because you are there to attain a goal. So regardless whether you like that person or not, that job must be done, or you'll be sacked. So Ebule got connected. Can't remember the barrister's name. It keeps flying off now. He got in contact and met with Obeta. And whilst that was going on, Barrister Gabriel Ebule contacted me, saying that he spoke with Onyendu. He saw Onyendu, that DSS brought Onyendu to court. They were trying to convict him that same day. But Ebule walked up to Onyendu and said, I think I know you. So Onyendu said to him, can you defend me? And he said yes. And he got a bail right there for Onyendu that same day. So Onyendu said to him, you will contact my wife, tell her that I have been given a bail, this, that. So when Ebule contacted me, I said to him that all better is on his way, and the lawyer that my mother-in-law brought was also on his way. So the three of them can meet and work together. So all I wanted was my husband to be released, safe, and unharmed. Even though Ebule got a bail for Onyendu, the DSS continues to hold him. That is not, it's not a new story. They always do that. So as I coordinated all three of them, because I believe strongly in the power of teamwork, Obeta said he was visiting my village. So after that visitation, he stopped giving me updates. Obeta stopped giving me updates and began speaking to me in a disparaging and unprofessional manner. As a result, I asked him to step aside. He later apologized, claiming he had been misled by my in-laws. That was what he said. I don't know, and I didn't care to know, and I did not want to listen to what he had to say. I told him clearly that he had crossed the line and that I no longer wanted him involved. I made it clear that I did not care what he was told and did not want to know. But that made him to even be more mad at me. He was mad at me. But I took the matter to the then DOS, headed by Mazio Miu Miu. They eventually understood the game Obeta was playing and upheld the decision that we should step aside. To cut the long story short, I sent my father. We went round.
Okay, sorry, I'm coming back to what she's saying. I noticed that M Special said that this is my like. That is just a pool. You understand? That's just a pool. If you ask, just that is to remind you that you need to like the video. So if you answer that, does not mean that you have liked the video. Please, if you have not clicked on the like button like we normally do, go and do it now, no, please. I noticed. I don't know how many people have clicked the like button. I don't know how many people have done that. Let me check it sharply before we continue. I think I've lost it before, so I'm not gonna wait it. Okay, I will do that later. Just like the video, please. Very important. Help me like the video. From my system here, I can see 81 people that have liked the video, and you have spent 1 hour 37 minutes. Please, what you see there on the comment section is just a reminder that you need to like a pool. You can see now people say that 88 people say that I have liked the video. Then 2 people said that no, I have not, and I will do that now. So please, this is a reminder. Okay, it's a reminder. That is not how to like the video. Okay, it's just to remind you that you need to like the video. All right. You can see the story that the woman is telling you, right? You can hear what she's saying. She's telling you her own story. How she recruited somebody, how she know how to push people away and all that. Aloy Ejimako did not come from her, and that is the problem. It's a problem, but during the course of this now, you are going to hear what she said about Mazi Samareba, Biafran Prime Minister. You are going to hear that. That is one of the things that made me to even play this her video here, because I wanted to see what she said. Where is the video, please? Okay.
And he found another barrister who you know today as Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, to whom I gave power of attorney, and that marked the beginning of the real legal battle. I want it publicly stated that because I brought in a lawyer, I was disowned by my husband's family and IPOB. It is on, I think, some newspaper or the Guardian. I can't remember which one exactly, but some people have the link or the link to that. Please, can you share that link? Where I was humiliated and insulted, a pregnant woman going insane, running and fighting for the safety of her husband. There was a newspaper publication that I have been disowned by Ejimako and the rest of them, and IPOB, because I got a new warrior. So imagine what I went through at that time. A lot of people do not know my story because I'm always a very quiet person. But I think it is high time that anything that bothers me, because currently I am unwell. I have just had a major surgery and I have not even healed. I can't even heal properly because I am having to face all of these situations and circumstances all by myself, raising a young, vibrant 9-year-old boy on my own. I have never had any heart problem. I have never had any heart or high blood pressure, regardless of everything that I have gone through in life. But recently, I am beginning to have that, and that is not a joke. Therefore, any single tiny bit of stress, I will bring it to the people so they can help me and address it before I lose my life. And when I lose my life, there is nobody to look after Nabikemi. So for the sake of my mental health, I have to be as careful as I can be.
I hope you're hearing this.
I will stop there for now.
No. Hold on. You can't stop here now.
Like your managers, some of you don't like your colleagues, and Onyendu was taking. I nearly lost him, I nearly miscarried that pregnancy. Like your managers, some of you don't like your colleagues, but you have to produce a report, perhaps. You and my mother-in-law brought, I can't remember his name now.
I forgot to mark the minutes.
Another lawyer. So we were in communication, and I said to Obeta that my mother-in-law brought a lawyer, and that
I think we have passed this place.
In fact, I told the lawyer
that
contacted me, saying that he spoke with Onyendu. He saw Onyendu, that DSS brought Onyendu to court. They were trying to convict him that same day. But Ejimako walked up to Onyendu and said, I think I know you. So Onyendu said to him, can you defend me? And he said yes. And he got a bail right there for Onyendu that same day. So Onyendu said to him, you will contact my wife, tell her that I have been given a bail, this, that. So when Ebule contacted me, I said to him that all better is on his way, and the lawyer that my mother-in-law brought was also on his way. So the three of them can meet and work together. So what I wanted was my husband to be released, safe, and unharmed. Even though Ebule got a bail for Onyendu, the DSS continues to hold him. That is not, it's not a new story. They always do that. So as I coordinated all three of them, because I believe strongly in the power of teamwork, Obeta said he was visiting my village. So after that visitation, he stopped giving me updates.
Eji came right.
Obeta stopped giving me updates
Justin.
And began speaking to me
You're welcome.
in a discouraging and unprofessional manner. As a result, I asked him to step aside. He later apologized, claiming he had been misled by my in-laws. That was what he said. I don't know, and I didn't care to know, and I did not want to listen to what he had to say. I told him clearly that he had crossed the line and that I no longer wanted him involved. I made it clear that I did not care what he was told and did not want to know. But that made him to even be more mad at me. He was mad at me. But I took the matter to the then DOS, headed by my Mew. They eventually understood the game Obeta was playing and upheld the decision that we should step aside. To cut the long story short, I sent my father. We went round and he found another barrister who you know today as Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, to whom I gave power of attorney, and that marked the beginning of the real legal battle. I want it publicly stated that because I brought in a lawyer, I was disowned by my husband's family and it is on, I think, some newspaper or The Guardian. I can't remember which one exactly, but some people have the link or the link to that. Please, can you share that link? Where I was humiliated and insulted, a pregnant woman going insane, running and fighting for the safety of her husband. There was a newspaper publication that I have been disowned by Ejimako and the rest of them and IPOB because I got the news.
Almost. Okay, here now is 39. We're almost there. 39.
Me, to whom I gave power of. A lot of people do not know my story because I am always a very quiet person. But I think it is high time that anything that bothers me, because currently I am unwell. I have just had a major surgery and I have not even healed. I can't even heal properly because I am having to face all of these situations and circumstances all by myself, raising a young, vibrant 9-year-old boy on my own. I have never had any heart problem. I have never had any heart or high blood pressure, regardless of everything that I have gone through in life. But recently, I am beginning to have that, and that is not a joke. Therefore, any single tiny bit of stress, I would bring it to the people so they can help me and address it before I lose my life. And when I lose my life, there is nobody to look after Nabucco. So for the sake of my mental health, I have to be as careful as I can be. I will stop there for now. But what I want Barrister Aloy to tell me is if he sees Obeta anywhere around here, and he continues to disrespect and disregard me, so shall it be unto him. I do not care what you are told. I do not care what you want to know or what it is you know. You do not need me to like you, nor do I need you to like me. You are here to do a job. Simply do your job professionally and all will be well between us, as Barrister Ejiofor did. Had there been unity among the DOS and the legal team, the murderous terrorist in Finland called Simon Ekpa, this is the...
Now, here is the reason why the murderous criminal, right, in Finland called Simon Ekpa. Wait.
To like me.
Listen.
You are here to do a job. Simply do your job professionally and all will be well between us, as Barrister Ejimako did.
Listen.
Had there been unity among the DOS and the legal team, the murderous terrorists in Finland,
the murderous terrorist. This is coming from Uchechi, the woman that her husband has just been sentenced for terrorism, which is just a cooked up story. Is busy cooking another story to hold another person. And she wants unity between DOS and the legal team, because you guys are forcing what is not. You are forcing something on people, trying to force. How do they even say it? Round peg on a round peg on a triangle hole, or round forcing triangle peg on a round hole. Something that is not cannot fix. Something that you cannot that is not sizable. You are trying to force it to become something valid. This part, don't worry, I'm gonna work on this later, because I have to fish out this part and put it out there so that people will hear what this woman is saying, what she said here.
What you are told. I do not care what you want to know or what it is you know. You do not need me to like you, nor do I need you to like me. You are here to do a job. Simply do your job professionally and all will be well between us, as Barrister Ejimako did. Had there been unity among the DOS and the legal team, the murderous terrorist in Finland called Simon Ekpa, this is the first time I am mentioning that midget name, would not have killed our people. The crimes committed by that boy and his so-called government in exile and liberation mad army was used to pass judgment against Mazen Kanu. I hope you heard this directly from the bishop who visited Onyendu, Bishop Ekpa.
Nobody needs to hear anything from Bishop, because the judgment and sentence was done publicly. We streamed it. I spent one of my longest ever live stream. I think I spent 7 to 8 hours on a single live stream. I have not done such before. I did it because of that program. And something that she said here, murderous terrorists in Finland. This is to tell you that she just wants to trigger your anger to support her to end Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by fire by force. Because she just wants something that will push Mazi Nnamdi Kanu beyond human comprehension, that accept political solution. That is her job, nothing more. That is her job, nothing more. And like I said, I'm not going to say more because of fundraising, okay? Because I believe they will start any moment from now. But I have gotten the part that I want you to hear it again before we end. Let's listen to her more before we end.
You were all warned that this boy was sent to induct Onyendu on behalf of the government.
For you to see how senseless this woman is, there's a man called Oyami. His judgment, or his what's it called? His confession is on net. I will try and search for that video, but I was out of anger when I got notification of that video. I was not able to save it. I don't know how I would locate that now. That Oyami, his video is on air, and most of the things they said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all these things happen from SRs. This will tell you the truth. This woman don't even follow her husband's case. She don't know anything about her husband's case. Then if I search more on SRs and what Oyami said, he also said. So those things they read it out there. But you can see how she's filming. If this one see any way to eliminate PM, she will do it. I'm just telling you the gospel truth. If she see any way to eliminate PM, she will do it. This honestly, PM Mazakan don't deserve a woman like this. So to say that he don't deserve a woman like this. Hear this.
Now, where are all of them? Some blindly followed him, shouting, and in using an imbecilic slang. They call themselves several names: automated fools, automated what? Automated pilot, something like that. Now, where are they? If the DOS have not stood firm upholding the legacy.
She's asking you where are they, because she think, and with DOS they have succeeded in destabilizing all the effort of PM. During when PM was here, did you see this kind of judgment? This kind of the audacity to do what? Honestly, I wonder what if not because of Master Kanu. Oh God, I wouldn't have been saying what I'm saying. I would have just support you the way you want it. But who will pay the price? Master Kanu, who happened to be very, very innocent of all this crime. But this woman very eager to validate that, and that's why there's something that even Paul Achebe, who is not as educated as you think you are, there's something he said that anybody that celebrating that PM has been sentenced, the person is a fool, because that judgment that this woman spearheaded with Banco is what fueled the one that her husband received, because they now look at it and say, oh, Finland have already just tried and settled this one. What stopped you from doing the same thing? But who actually helped Finland to pass that kind of injustice? The so-called Biafran people. You get the point now. They are not for Biafra. This woman is not for Biafra. She just wants to be relevant like Bianco, nothing more. So anytime she appeared, they will remember her husband, their fault. She just wants to sacrifice Madam Nakano to start living that large. Somehow receive maybe compensation, ministerial position, and the husband will be somewhere languishing. That is exactly what she wants.
Of IPOB and Amazon Nakano are struck by Amazon Nakano, we would have been singing a song of pain and agony today. The world would have been looking at IPOB as a terrorist organization. Wow, someone had infiltrated.
But only you alone and your gangsters are the one looking at PM as a terrorist person. No other person. No other person. Only you guys. Just like the way Nigerian government is the only one looking at IPOB as a terrorist organization. No other person. And you think it is normal. To you now it is normal. Anyway, my people, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to end it here because of fundraising. See you again. Don't forget to like, please. Very important. And tell us what you think about all we've discussed so far. The video still have maybe 2 minutes to end. There's no need to continue because I have gotten to the part where I want all of us to hear, which is the so-called her agenda, her motive, and all that. So I think we have gotten to that part, and we're going to end it now. Please. Wow. Excuse me. So all this... Okay, now it's okay. So it's okay. Please see you again, and don't forget that we are coming back now. Okay, I'm coming back. Keep your eyes on the channel for fundraising. God bless you, and take care of yourself. Bye for now. Take care. Bye.